The other day I was hanging out at home, enjoying my free time the best way I know how, talking about politics with my friends while we terrorize children on Fortnite. And after spending hours ranting about the state of things out in Washington, I came to a realization that is now my new favorite dumb hot take. We should move the Capitol if we want to save America.
We should take the Capitol and push it somewhere else!
Have you ever been to DC? The museums and monuments are great. I've never personally been bothered by the summer humidity, and it's always fun to point out the funny zoo animals, but the city is falling apart. It's old and has crumbling infrastructure, it's suffering from rising crime and rampant homelessness, it's overpopulated, and it's congested. Worst of all, the city has turned into a hub for lobbying and morphed our government into a revolving door for legislation, regulation, cronyism, and corruption. I'm talking about you, Nancy.
Yeah. Because this is a free market and we're a free market economy that should be able to participate in that.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is just get the government out of DC and exile them away from where the lobbyists and the lawyers can't reach them. This is obviously a stupid hypothetical, but there's at least some precedence for considering it. Governments normally try to place their capitals in the center of geography, population, or commerce. Columbus, Ohio, and Oklahoma City are perfect examples of this, and it's actually one of the reasons America initially moved its capital to DC in the first place. You don't even need to go back that far in history to see modern countries moving their capitals, like Canberra, Australia in 1913 and Brasilia, Brazil in 1960. America has actually already changed the boundaries on its capital city, returning the portion of the land Virginia ceded during DC's initial creation, including Alexandria in 1846. Congress ultimately has the exclusive authority to determine America's capital district, and the Constitution only limits a district to no more than 100 square miles. So if we're going to hypothetically move the capital and build a new one for these reasons, we only have a handful of hypothetical destinations we can relocate to if we're going to keep to these standards. The geographical center of America is in Lebanon, Kansas, although if you count Hawaii and Alaska, the geographical center of America is located in Belle Fourche, South Dakota. The median population center, which marks where 50% of Americans live on either side of the north and south or east and west dividing lines, is in Gibson County, Indiana. The mean population center, which accounts for average population density around the country, is in Wright County, Missouri. Okay, so if we take these points to give us the area that we're going to be looking around, then if this stupid hypothetical situation that I made up was up to me, I'd say we should move the capital somewhere along the Mississippi River Basin in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, or Kansas. Not only would this new capital be closer to the current center of America geographically and demographically, but you'd be closer to the heartbeat of America's economy. With manufacturing and industry returning to America and Mexico over the coming years, being closer to the center of this commerce is probably more important than an overcrowded, dirty swamp. Honestly, just have Kansas City or Oklahoma City be the new Baltimore to the new capital's DC. In the meantime, Washington can remain a city for monuments, memorials, and museums, but just move the government and leave behind the useless stuff like the AARP or the Washington football team. I'm not calling them the Commanders, and I'm not allowed to call them by their old name.